Alrighty everyone, welcome to the EagleEye Sprint Review for Sprint 87. Today we're missing a few of the devs from the team, so it's just Hark and myself and our Sydney side stakeholders. Let's jump in. Alrighty, so this was a 1 week sprint and we had 2 goals. The first of which was to update and finish off our tenant provisioning epic. We were able to tick this off in the way that all of the work that was already there has been done. But unfortunately, we spotted two, not unfortunately, we've spotted 2 little areas of improvement, both of them very minor. So we've been able to add a couple of little bits and pieces to that epic. But in terms of the overall goal, I think we've still reached it. The second one there, clear plan of migrating the SSW EagleEye instance to Marketplace is still in review. So we had Luke working on that one this week. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here today to sort of touch on the progress of that, but we're getting there. We're just not entirely the full way there. I believe in the process of doing that, we've highlighted a few areas that might also need tweaking, but still pending further discussion. Cool. Alrighty, scrolling on through here. So the sprint was mainly worked on by Hark and Luke. Sort of 4 days Hark, 3 days Luke.
And then
what did we get done? So the top 3 here are PDIs that we nominated as our sort of co-pilot assisted ones. Each of them Hark was able to throw into co-pilot and get a majority of the work, or at least part of the work complete with co-pilot. The rest of it still required human intervention. So this was the model defaults when you're going through the Azure Marketplace setups wizard. The next one there was adding more detailed documents for why we're giving the master app all of these sort of like admin permissions. We just want to make it a bit clear for the user so they're not so worried about giving it this godlike control. And then finally, we have secret management, so adding documentation for app registration secrets.
Thank you.
Cool. They're the complete ones. Adam, would you like me to go through the ones that are in review or needing work?
You're muted,
sorry,
Adam.
you're on mute.
Sorry, I already know the videos have been done, but they need me to watch them. So that would be good if we can do that soon. I know it's me. The canary testing, I don't really get why that wasn't done. Let's just read the SSW rule on canary testing and make the Excel spreadsheet, and only one person has tested it. So I think that could have easily been done.
Yeah, Hark, do you want to touch on that one?
Yeah, so for canary testing for EagleEye, there is this prerequisite that we need a separate instance of Azure. So for example, Michael has to set up EagleEye, so he would either can use his personal subscription or transfer SSW credits to developer sandbox tenant. So I'm still in review with that steps. I need to talk with Rob about that. Does it make sense? So the prerequisite is actually a little bit require investigation to have a subscription ready. But other than that, that is a straightforward. Follow the rule, create Excel spreadsheet, and start. Yeah. All right.
Cool. Alrighty. I'll pass on to Hark.
Yeah. So for the next thing is sprint burn up. So this is for last 1 month. You can see last Friday, which was the last day of this sprint, we still have 199 issues opened in our backlog and 21 were completed. And Toby made this suggestion, we should compare with previous sprints from next on, that how much work was completed, are we improving, or it is straightforward. Does it make sense? All right, then code coverage, nothing changed. This is the latest one from latest deployment where no tests were added, so code coverage is still the same. Moving ahead to production deployments. So as Toby explained, those 3 documentation related PBIs, that's why we have 3 documentation deployment on our products website. And there was this one deployment for our marketplace app, which also had engine portal and API deployment, and no deployment for our Power BI report. Moving ahead, for email scan job, from the last sprint, we decided we should be putting the screenshot from EagleEye portal. So this is from EagleEye portal. So you can see last 7 days. Again, same in the weekend, it was less emails to scan, so lesser time. And in the weekdays, average is 17 minutes. And only on 25th, it was 23 minutes. All the jobs were succeeded. Moving ahead. So EagleEye report view for last 1 month from Power BI. So top 3 users still Levi, Yuli, and Stefan, same as last sprint. I see Luis was added this time with 6 views. So yeah.
Have any of those people been asked to test EagleEye?
Not yet, because the canary testing is still need to be implemented. Yeah.
I think Lewis would be a good candidate. He's kind of fresh. He's a dev. He should be able to follow stuff.
Yeah, that's
maybe add him to your canary spreadsheet.
Yeah. Moving ahead, so this is our product roadmap. So as you know, the customer instance setup, we added 2 new ones, which would be in the next sprint, and 3 were done, and 1 is in review. The review one is the videos, which after this sprint, that is the main priority to get it checked by Adam. Other one is migrating SSW instance to marketplace. So one is in review, which is design of Luke's planning. Luke's on leave, so we can't do anything about that much. And then we have playwright. We were not able to add any playwright test this sprint. Moving ahead for research and development. So did we do any experimental work? For me, I worked on one of the documentation and research about how to rotate the secrets for app registration via CLI and Azure portal. So now we are also giving CLI commands in our EagleEye docs, so that anyone who is comfortable with CLI, they can just directly copy paste the commands to rotate the secrets. And then for Luke, I'm guessing that he did fair bit of research on pricing mechanism on Azure Marketplace and preventing the tampering with plans, because we are shipping plans, different plans. So Luke's doing that fair bit of research on that.
Just a little bit of context to that one. So that was something that Luke actually highlighted when we were looking at how we're going to move SSW over to align with the marketplace setup. So we sort of need to consider now planning, because we used to have like a sort of host type plan, which was just for us. And then we kind of want to move to a pro plan, but then we also need to just consider some of the future implications of that.
Right.
Yeah, so he did a fair bit of research on that. For AI usage, I'm not sure about Lucam, so I'm just keeping from previous sprint. I'm gonna remove this thing and for me, just open code with Sonnet 4.6. It is good not using Opus 4.6 because it uses 3 times more credits. And we got actually email from, I think, Chris, that we have more credits for SSW on GitHub business plan. So I have plenty of credits now on Copilot. For Sam, I'm not sure because he didn't work much on this sprint. So I'm going to remove this one. So for AI stats, Toby, you want to go through?
I can quickly touch on that. So yeah, just looking at the Claude summary, it's actually pretty good. Up the top here, as you can see, it was a fairly short one, just with Hark and myself. Something to call out, efficient 2-person sync. It did go pretty quickly and it went well. Just like last week, I think this is actually really valuable, and it's the sort of stuff that I'd want to send in the email to the key stakeholders or the PO. So something like, we've completed 2 other goals. one out of the two goals, AI assistance, where we're sort of getting a 60-40 split with those PBIs that we can actually throw at AI. Reduced capacity, and yeah, coverage, a few sort of key, I guess, performance metrics of the work being done. Again, some of the good stuff here. So we've got, what's being done this sprint. Model defaults have been changed, permission documentation's improved, all that sort of stuff. Next steps, we've got some action points there for getting some stuff approved, getting some, epics complete or put over the line, that sort of thing. We look at timeline. It was Hark and myself. Hark doing a lot of the leading in this meeting, which was great, with a few questions thrown in there from me. People and roles goes through this sort of stuff, and yeah, from here, nothing really to call out. Yeah, just maybe a few things like code coverage, which might be alarming for certain stakeholders or for people to understand the platform. It's a fairly good coverage metric. Awesome. I'll throw it back to you, Hark.
Taking back the screen share, so you can see this is our AI stats from Copilot. Similarly, as per same with Claude stats, I was speaking more in this sprint meeting, and it was 19 minutes, which is correct. And then what was the main issue completed from Copilot? It is automation and documentation around tenant provisioning, which is correct. So moving ahead to sprint retrospective. So for what went well, Toby said it was very quick review, 19 minutes. So that's good. And for me, I said that tenant provisioning is very close to canary testing for SSWers. So I think in the next sprint, we would be able to start asking canary testers to do the installation. And Toby mentioned Hark is running sprint review well. I'm not sure. We can do the review later. Toby said Copilot is attacking some smaller PBIs. Yeah, I mean, it's 60-40 ratio, 60% of work, planning, implementation, all that stuff is done by Copilot. I do like review, checking that information is correct as per Microsoft Docs or Azure Docs, and then here and there a little bit of editing. Moving ahead, what didn't go so well? So Toby has mentioned that we don't really know the progress of migration of SSW instance plan because Luke hasn't Luke is on leave, so we are not sure about that.
So put in brackets, should have spoken to Luke on Friday when we knew he was leaving for China.
We didn't know until Friday that he was leaving.
Once you knew he was leaving, you needed to call him, Hark, and get as much information as you could.
Yep, fair point.
Yep.
Should have spoken.
Now he should have done it as well, but if you're
only.
the Scrum Master, then you're going to be without information if you don't do it.
With Luke.
As soon as I knew he was going to China. As soon as I knew.
As soon as I'm not sure he's in China, but as soon as
you knew he was leaving for China, right? He got a visa on Friday.
Oh yeah.
On Friday and left.
Leaving for China. Yeah, leaving for China.
Now there's another thing that didn't go well, but you didn't put it here.
We can add as your point, Adam. What didn't go so well?
I'm sad about something.
Oh, you said the videos.
Still. Yeah, because they're done and all they needed was 15 minutes between the two of us.
Reviews still pending on V3 installation video. Adam is sad. Yeah, I mean, fair point. I thought you were pretty busy about the Saturday event, so.
Yeah, I was. And my keynote went well. That's great, but we could have done that first thing this morning.
Yeah, fair point. That is noted. What improvements will be made for the next sprint? Toby, in the sprint email, like I said earlier, we should show delta change from the last sprint stats, for example, burn up stats, how much issues we have done, how is the sprint backlog looking. And again, the important one is, for example, this spike-based PBI. We should always ask people to document to the issues as we go. For example, this migration thing, Luke didn't have, no one knows what's the progress. So that's the suggestion. Everyone agree to move ahead for a sprint forecast?
Yes, please.
All right, so this is sprint 88 forecast. One clear sprint goal is to have a plan for migrating SSW EagleEye instance to marketplace.
Honestly, that is one thing to do, but the most important thing is to get lots of people like successfully installing, EagleEye, so you know that it's very customer friendly. Fixing one instance is nice, but that's a little bit of navel gazing. We want to make sure the experience for people doing it is really as smooth as possible. So, try to get Anton to do it, try to get Lewis to do it, one at a time, fix their problems and get the next person.
EagleEye from marketplace. Yeah, so if that's the priority, then number one is canary testing. Let me bold it. And number two is same migrating SSW EagleEye instance. Sprint duration is 1 week, and the next sprint review meeting will be next Monday, which is 9th of March.
Who writes the date like that backwards?
I just copied from previous templates.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Do you want me to?
No, don't fix it. It's just the Chinese style. It's okay. I like it, but I'm not used to seeing it in Australia.
I think in Australia we use date, month, and year.
Yeah, day, month, year.
All right, so moving ahead, this is our sprint for next sprint. I'm gonna bold this one because this is now the important one.
Generally you put it in the right order, so you would move it up in the backlog and repaste it here.
Yeah, I will do that after
now, I'm gonna ask, were there any items on the backlog that you tried to give to AI, like Claude Code or something, and see if it could actually go ahead and do it?
We decided we would give this one. You see this
that's
emoji?
just a docs thing. I'm thinking something on the portal, like a piece of functionality. I think it's really important just to get one of these small items that are to improve the portal and try to see if Claude Code does it in one go.
I think we can experiment with this one that it can generate database credentials.
All right, see you, Toby.
Yeah. I said, why Adam's moving hand? Toby's leaving.
Because Toby has to go to a meeting.
Yeah. I think we should. We can experiment with this one, generating database.
You could try it. Yes, you can give it a go. By the way, put these emojis at the front of the issue, at the front, put it in the issue title and copy again. So what I would do is move that canary testing up to the top, add a new one, which is just a very small UI change, and see if Claude Code successfully does it. Because basically every sprint I want to see. Now you're manually doing it. I don't want you to do it that way. You got to copy it from the backlog.
Do you want me to do in now or after the meeting?
No, before you send this.
Okay, that's fine then.
So just try to find a little UI one or something like that. If you stuck in it, call Michael and Rick and put it in. But I think you should be able to find something.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So
and make sure that emoji, the robot emoji, goes to the beginning.
Yeah. So this one, and what was the other one? Yeah, this one. Yeah, so these two are important one related to our sprint goal. One is canary testing. That's our priority number one, and get as much people to install EagleEye. And number two is investigating, finish this one, have clear plan of marketplace offer and then start the migration. Do you want me to go with the other ones? These ones?
Sure.
All right, so other one is that we have this manual step in installation process where we have 3 set of database passwords. So after discussing with Sam and Luke Mao, we should be automating this. And because these are already stored in Key Vault, so no need for user to first generate them, give them, and then actually see in the Key Vault. We can automate this one. So it will make the canary testing much easier as well. And then after that one is we have this one master app, which is required to generate other underlying app registrations. But that master app is privileged, have multiple different API permissions.
Right.
So it is only required once. Once the installation is done, users can safely delete that one. So we will
Right.
add documentation that, okay, after that is done, you can delete the master app. Does
Right.
it make
Okay,
sense?
cool. Yep. By the way, Hark, just be aware, you know the Azure Marketplace better than most developers. It would be awesome for you to have a little video out there, where you teach people a touch about, like, an important how awesome the Azure Marketplace is. For example, EagleEye uses this and put it on the SSW TV channel so people can understand and take advantage of the marketplace with some of your learnings. All right, and they might, and it has the added benefit, you might even get engaged to help a company do it, right?
Yeah, fair point. For just a little note on that one, uh, most of the stuff on deploying to marketplace was done before me when I joined the team. I know about how to maintain it, but not actually get it on the marketplace. But I can learn on that one.
Right. Okay. All right. Awesome.
Yeah. So AI stats from Copilot is that what is the main item to do next? I think it is now. It would be changed, but in the meeting we discussed that continue migrating the SSW production instance to Azure Marketplace offer. That was primary sprint goal in the meeting,
Okay.
but now it is
Yep.
changed.
Yes, still correct. Yep.
Yeah, so it is still correct. And so that was our forecast. So all the recordings and this recording would be available on this EagleEye channel, where you can also find all the installation guides. So thanks for watching and see you next sprint.
Thanks, Hark. See ya.